Akotobo fruit. I no pay oko boy buy. Odibo fruit ba ni kwesi I fine. Doctor, Obi catch us kwesi nedro no. Kwesi dibo fruit.
Me study no.
My name says Kotoba bi no. Say yeah yo. Back in the day I your old house on. Oni asabi. O ti bi twa so sa. Na asabi kwesi out tobo. Bofro Juan Waba. Kwesi machi akwaba. Yeah, that's it. Professor Safu. Wada je no so batunya kakra ma yepe. Eti anope so yeah, that's it. Deputy Minister of Health. How does it sound?
Chawajana.
Yes, doctor.
Efili kama.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kama.
Ya hu wa.
Kama. Na senior prats wa nti me pese be kata bebre.
Dr. Kobo ya that's no other journal pay. And before I pay COVID in Komo Yan Yuguso, Ghana's COVID-19 cases. Omo abrofubi, almost say a decline. There be a peaky in Yantiasia Papa. Because Yanimsa bro 3,000. Nipa 18, unfortunately, Nipa 303, and one come. And what Tom? But CDD Nimpa Info Baby I say we are nowhere near the peak of infections. Eko Kito Amrashebedrum say bring the stranded Ghanaians home. Madagascar for the ECOWAS has disowned the cure. You so many Madagascar didn't come on, you know. Sanya Manina but many Professor Safun fears here because Prof Odia Sabe you subain ya brabo ya dreamu the psychology of it only did you komo bebre but still an a woman here to say say you warned against something be na watching me no asem say no can bibi say yenhwe ye stigma na emi say utieti report say kwa enkrofo started your monsa church enkrofo so we will be obi so call salon yes ye nya ma no obi si ni fitani say ne car no onfa ne sanka ne ma you know sa adwen no okay no em say that man for free say enya sembia but slowly yet reports say obi hu atono into still no stigma no ho and here one the psychology of it yeah frontline workers yeah doctors yeah nurses when ye adwuma e bi nya nya say immigration officers kure nya bi because of senior musician for how do we deal with it who say I mean country but you bedding
come if you as in jump for you be near hadi
mpacho you
did you kind of so you hear the kind of psychology of pandemics yare could you say a bar sabe biomedical approaches in kwan say ye dey draw air can near virus no said your the genetic composition na ekwan be fa so a ebisia no ye hunu say enipa suban because viral infections they are if nipa and the nipa and nipa na edeko and no na just say one ya bohun dewura there are 4 key ways of doing that back on risk communication. Second one vaccines and therapies. Third one hygienic practices. Fourth one social distancing. Adi iba Ghana hano me hunu say yepeja the TT3 no tracing treating
testing
tracing testing and treating
yeah
but I had a problem with that approach. It was good. The problem I was approach no want say utracy na what is the second one o test na utriti na one strengthen public education. You will forever keep doing this. Public education is vital. If you say I will say what me eboa enipa na ohwehwe dwene na na ten kan fa yare no me kai say 2014 say we kai sa report here it was in Guinea Wome one of the rural areas say when Ebola by there were 8 health workers so we kai and some journalists they went there say well call acquire public education they kill them, slit their throat, because now imagine they say, more spreaders, super spreader, what they had neighbor. And they did kind of say, now you here as a nation, say, yes, sir, tracing, treating, and the accounting.
Tracing, testing, treating.
Yes, now the very strong public education, because now, so I make medical one and say, yes, I am careful. We're going to hit a level be a bay amount for adwene say. Obia, young who ye biano, we a suspect.
Yeah.
Now you do what part we can get what call mass reaction. And to Obia to attack you be, or got tired, the independence will be no so nibia, and to Cabisi or no. Who would have be any power now so many be also be you can have a reaction. Now and no been a FIA say in way no. I got worried a little bit a few weeks ago and days ago. Or share the countryside. I said the epicenters in the pet, and now here television, education, horror and sound. But if you went to the villages now, I want to start going to any about. Or connect you might be class over the events in Chinese you a area. We can say, what young I think, no,
yes, for Yari.
And I strongly believe that number one, our risk communication has been very well organized.
Okay.
Yeah, and cool. And two, my main kasakakra about social distancing. Interestingly, Africa, and this is indicated in almost all those who write on African social arrangement. It was a close knitted relationship. No?
Very much.
And you know, say over education and early days, no WHO and the CDC and one say. In sub-Saharan Africa, social distancing will be a challenge. Until the earlier they began, the better. Because say, what you be say, man goes around me, man yes say, and in psychology no, Kwame obia or you are done for, be no in your mind no, only say only a
okay.
Anybody who is close to his uncle kwesi, or young power down over the period. The uncle kwesi about on China, you will say, oh. I'm going to say you will lose your I can't say
you lose your guard. Yeah, it's true.
Your vigilance. So and that's exactly what happens in our context. Because you have very strong social knitted relationships. And obi about obi only the boom obi kofi so kodidi. Odu wona nipa ndifu. Listen to this, very interesting in the early days no. And I'll catch and they say oh how they do I say hey ade menya kwata.
There you go.
There you go. I don't know. I don't want to. And again, the person got offended.
Yeah.
And these were issues are now in the early days. No, they was taking it extremely serious. I thought that approach no wasn't bad, but areas you honor ye shed and yardie. Going forward, no, I was say a sign a shame within view. Finally. Kwasi any partinka any padwene yehye brofo no e be kana say emotional regulation on say obi bufu a obia befet me efu
yeah
obi put me fu efa konwa no ato television ma bun kan fa so se kan no de awo bi atinka e woni ba ho no ye dan no na wo hwe pandemics a every year pandemics be bia no enipa osrum fi be 3 or 4 sources the decline pandemic no ade a to me sir can it be cured okay sa yare except novel no chance ye hu esubida ebi ya disease profiles na what it to a different cry enti emma fear ekoso the TB the fatality and mortality. Any part of the one and I compromise on one yare. Any part of the one na so say I can say we have about 3.8 million who are morbid. And more than a quarter of a million almost so move. And to whom say picture na ebano. If you say at the anxiety no of fear, epidemic of fear every uncle for. We are no free home. If you share one kasa one a bell say here for you data nature say in the West and America and everywhere no one you buy and paying for And I say I'm getting calls from one guy in Penifua, they are getting anxious. If he say, or they say, Kusiu, Adrew, Wina in the cohort. Now, Omina, I will ready a warm one. I dey come on a combination of Mawua, Namiam, Eshino. I feel we are not free. Oh, share Yareno. Yareno, will it compromise your strength, your capacity to get your daily bread? Now, and no, and an ILO report keeps coming. In fact, they have indicated that Africa, over 320 million people, as I can say, a compa and a serious one. And I remember World Food Program about a week or two ago warning that by the end of the year, say government and here careful and have food security. You better experience what they describe as biblical famines.
Yeah, WHO. Yeah,
biblical famines. And biblical famines are really serious ones. And people who look at their survivor, food security, working on social distance. And also, we share food security. We share Nipano, the daily bread is saying, every say, informal sector is huge.
Yeah. Very
huge. And already, globally, I think about 2 billion people in the informal sector. 1.6 are already compromised. Yeah. And Africa, don't want to power. And we share something in here now. And if I'm saying, farmers, street hawkers, and all of those, what would they eat? And the factors now influence and some of them are macro level factors. It's beyond just the person say, oh, I saw you, because you say when people psychology, when people have their lives, they perceive that their lives are threatened, their decision-making processes are irrational. Say, only people say, the other one man, young quaternas, no, bribi, and van on the way. And to come in, for you to be church, and to be a one on the as a nation, I was say, you sign it to a review. Now, in 2 areas, I say, you try a bebwa, but I say, you share public education, what can I? Maybe in Diagro, answer, you contact tracing, our testing, and our treatment will keep doing that. I'm not saying that we shouldn't keep doing it, but if you keep doing that and the numbers are skyrocketing or increasing in exponential numbers, what are you actually doing?
To another issue about frontline workers. Yatiti doctors ni bi nurses, other health workers. Unse uko hospital doctor psychologically now when yato. Uti na ya hwani mu so bi kwa na na say doctor na say you will be fine. Unse there's a psychology of healing.
Sure.
And a psychology to heal. Meaning say momokano. But the fact is that we call hospital or doctor and now nurse. I was aware small trouble. Sa sem no few doctor na no kwa na ase wakoma toyem. Inti yenuma nim doctor for ni nurse for adwuma no. Ya te say omo kura nya bio. E de hu bi brɛ. Sure. Ana omo ankasa na omo ye adwuma no. E de nkranhye, e de bit what are their thought processes by now? And how do we yenuma yenyo adwuma ni bi no? Ye better sum. What do we do?
Frontline workers, some medical doctors, some dear. I just say, and especially in resource-poor settings as ours,
yeah.
Especially when it comes to health. Obio frontline worker Biano is likely to experience what we call secondary trauma.
Secondary trauma.
Yes, any compassion fatigue. Nipano egusu ena or nipa hwedwuma. What they hear nipa do a one found some look at the numbers in the US now. Inching 80,000 deaths. Na nipa ba wonsem no efiri wonsem or ba wonsem no efiri wonsem. E bit metwa mfunya akire wo krasa we are inefficient. The tebie no every biara obehia obi a oye in very desperate moment. Now why very compromised or yarisa no what think akonipa no. you want to do your best. What's why the Hippocratic oath say obe buenipa no matter what. Enti obe say we o best na buenipa no. But free on some kwa eya. Enti na sometimes you be say who helps the helper.
Yeah.
Doctors are amoye from one ebo mo. We no free home mo. Most areas ebi ayen do hands but areas like the US, I mean the epicenters no, they got their health systems or health infrastructure overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And you know, even if you are more call round say be a mekonde na we aba, you got tired. Some of them, and we saw in the report, some were sitting and taking a nap, ebi coffee cry.
Oh my bread.
And they were breaking down again, claiming a lot of lives, and now ebi so I come. I think say I didn't to me aye. They did kind the say president here no. Say insurance near the be I encourage the frontline workers. I mean say every be menti you and no say we ne buy no. Me who say some radio stations be yes. I think media houses be if you say communication be applauding the frontline workers, which is very good.
Yeah.
But beyond that, no, I am sure say the COVID response team no, should have psychological programs for them. The challenge is who do you withdraw to be going through these psychological services? Now, who are to any so and no, you are careful who you withdraw. And we hear resources. Government intervention as we have about everybody, no, we hear psychological attention. Yen so swa, krumemu for anatomy for oman for. Yen so I was say about the system. Oh, so now follow all the protocol now. You will not bring more pressure on the health infrastructure. Over here on home, say me hear me home, acquisition home. Many of you know, not just numbers no declining. Health workers no so benya pressure na down no so better. Because our call the be 1,000, 5,000. Then the pressure. And these are some of the things that they need. But going forward, no, we see, I think this nation needs a real plan towards a pandemic response.
Yeah.
Maybe in the line of CDC, DNB. We don't have something like that. I mean, say over the years, we have built a certain track because perennially, yenya cholera, yenya cholera ne bakubisa nsiotwa etaba. And over the period, there was some form of response be, but say should that baby researchers, a team obenya a plan towards pandemic because from what we're reading, it looks like the 2020s, we are going to see more pandemics. We don't know why, but it looks like that is what is going to happen. Pandemics are going to happen. It be a NIPA relationship. Borders are becoming so porous. The world is becoming more and more globalized than we thought. The next day, we may hop to the next country and back. And it is very easy to just spread infections than we ever thought. And going forward, now you hear a properly coordinated response as a nation. You hear medics, you hear psychologists, you hear counselors, you hear pastors. Make our baby say, we haven't looked at religious leaders as frontline workers, but they are. May recent analysis be interestingly in this part of our world? Say obi efa the first point of call, and we have data in Ghana to show a pastor or religious leader. Yes. They are the first people. In fact, we have a data to show, say, in one city in Accra, in Ghana, no, over 25% of them call their pastors and ask them for prayer, and even ask their pastors what they should do. So you can imagine a someone years of or allopathic medicine tomorrow because my man comes though.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
The role they play is a critical role.
Yes, I saw for BTB catcher be say, man, quite say, yes, I'll be, yeah.
As man quite said, you will be, we know what they're trying to remember. Now, who deteriorate? But they are frontline workers, and we have to look at that. In fact, I'm saying, I've been following up on some of them around, the villages. Now, Oshe, you must have been here. People go to them and ask them what is happening. In fact, they are a major source of health information now. I'm telling you. Now, under pandemics, now what you want to avoid miscommunication, rumors, unvalidated, claims. You want to avoid that because people will react towards health workers. They will not even disclose, say, they will keep it. And some of them are calling their pastors. Pastor Mate say, Nansan Bakubi by, as you be say, Okobo on Pine. Onyakopan catch and say, Ubi Bible, now a strand of hair, not to say, and no afatu soon, nanom, Yaranako. And people were calling their pastors. They never called medical doctors. So look at it. And they were major tools for health information. It was a look at very organized churches are being asofo. Now a resource because in resource things as this it is even a WHO policy recommendation that you work with faith-based organizations. And they are saying in holistic manner.
Interesting this morning. Any Professor Joseph Osafo, Prof, head of Psychology Department, University of Ghana, Legon. COVID no, and better sa won't be ordinam in some dorsum. And up here can you say the cases have declined and you do a peak. CDD said there be Kokito Mashebejum say a buying Ghana for woman on the informumra. Madagascar say me. Echo as to say, boy, yeni munia sembia. You say yeni omudin koma here. Kwesi utieti mu fifi mu no. En community say.
Masakwa mpacho mesha CFI fakwa yeni professor eshasi ewo no. Na asembia waka atumi 3 mu a eni nsembia yaka ne dem ha eshia. Nchechirimu a esi echechirimu ema manfo yina atiase na obi ehu ekwan a ono so fa so a ebeboa ne yakwa atiasa yare a edi ewi masakwa me besinde National Commission on Civic Education wo mo said DSS some sisi a enya yare enko national and international emergencies na sia womu bebo dewuro no mo kire enoma senior de besinde womu ntumi nya program bia emu pia eboa me yakusatia sayare na womu mpanimfo no church mu a eskasam last time it koti ya no womu chese womu kropo womu atu agu kromu ko church mu kakrakra no kra no womu kwa ema 100 cedis womu fan to petrol sa 100 cedi no kra no sabi utafreche enye budgeted and so na utisa na reho wa utie ni opani aka na no pay a what is a public education no ye fapim kese pa ni seki di ho agro anu ya dia kebeboa yi pa aso ankoba no sa emu nyadin kra Senyese masakwa mi muara Peace FM and radio stations be television stations be mutijina mu na mu ye moduma ye a public education de ka kon.
That's true.
Yeah, Ministry of Information wo mu ye public briefing ade wo mu ye na mu broadcasting live na someone broadcasting live akebekwa hin could be anti. And the public education, the opening, you are doing papa say, and koye, and it's a tea. Young who said public education, our form pa. Now, they can say we are a samba koswa and also a dika, and they say education bang and edema public. What is the type of education? Because the type of education should be tailored to declared objectives, policy objectives, what we want to achieve. You see, there's a lot of confusion in the messaging. Yeah, see, a person be a share face masks, a person be a social distancing, so a person be a say, e na nam krom ye ni tua se ne pesa amanfo ye no mo nyo sania kwa me woni opani kan amanfo bi kra fi se yare no kra de se we ye driver ni na ye adwumadina hu team fifiri yare ni bi ntumi nkan
yeah
na me chano obi o se we de escafo yare median camida and so on yatini na and it's a public education. Do you make the public aware of the severity of the infection or you play it down? Do you want to use panic as a tool for public mobilization or not? What do we want to achieve? And you say in penny for the beer. One more share in cross a mayan throw. Adianu kura oh ebinu kura nya enu ye nya recovery so many ye nya recovery ebi kura so ye pick no kura ye duru hosisi ade ye na ba form and so on. This kind of messaging does not make for strict compliance with what government has decided. You understand? It doesn't make for it. And you can say, hey, yari ehu anoshi etmiku nipa empen so ayedu no science kran to me emma ye me ye hu sane ayare ni su ni ne banti nti obi ahwe wan hwe yi abewu. That's a different type of message. Oh, nti the type of message I de be kwa bonten no kra no ehun hie yi pa na me nya hunu say you determine the type of message say you de kwa bonten emma manfo no obi ensro hwe at all. Obedience Roshi.
Debbie.
Na bakubi so pani no so kan ya. Pese mi timu kakra. Ni aputoka semu e friend stigmatization.
Yeah.
Kwame.
Kwesi.
Eduada ya etwam. Wa uba ama. Ana omu fa team ka baako. Omu ye be nipa nwotwe. So omu ko Volta region. Omu ko ye reports about the situation in the Volta region. Sani ebeye obi abe hu be TB ne de boy hu ban. Na bin charge omu ko Volta regional minister. Oni won kasa kama church onu ni awo ye ni ade. Volta region director of education onu so ye ne di obetimi aye. Omu wie no omu si eni ye nkodwa so na ye ne nipa wo dwa so ngo kasa. Master, nobody wanted to talk to them. Obi person, I say, hey, I go for if in cry na aba. Omo di yare na aba.
Aye.
So.
Obi akoka no ho say yare den cry na wo. Enti omo hwe omo hie wo ahoho ho, especially people coming from Accra.
That's dangerous.
Enti television team na fin cry ko he no. They couldn't get interviews in the market.
How?
Hospital hokromu anya interview inside the hospital. And only stigmatization na opening the kind.
This is serious.
It is no baby wo ko ho Ghana ha ufin kranya wo mo hwe mienu asa nia wo de yare no wo won kran kwa de wo yare bi wo de ba ona mi chano and also Muhammad Manu nkosu yi because yantumi ankofa reports from other regions they are mamo bi antin ye koso a yantumi hu yare ni sunu ne ban na sa ne etene ko ni yi. And stigmatization, idea, hadrini ye papa. Kwame Dano, na me baha, I'm the last to go, baby. And I'm sorry, I'm person me back this FM. A bear maduma. Massa Kwame, me sorry, na me hinti back. And I'm saying hinti me, the one I'm afraid, me afraid could just answer the kojo. Mimbo.
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
My hinti me, I'm na me bana bedu piece of emana sa nyame amboa me na behwinti wa bote so bunya bedu me hwinti mi aso ankane no ye hwinti ba nsia kra
that ye hwinti I say bless you
me hwinti mi element na mba piece of emana me pa ko sa madam for pa chezo no mi hunu se da pembia ma hunu kra be imprensa na se ayi mi hunu masa mi wura fi ho ehwe bia ne yire hwe mi obi an kan che mi se mi san machi se san yo hwe mi pa hwe mi sura be si fo no mi se la braka mi nwa ne kura ansana ye hwe so se gu mi so enti sa stigmatization no ya dia eno so e wo ho no ɛsɛ hwɛ na yɛka ho asɛm but ho asɛm ka no so ɛna form complicated kakra masa anu ade nte complicated
darling
hwɛ obi a wanya yare ni bia yenim so wanya yare ni bi no ye ne nu kita ho bie no ɛwɔ sɛ ne ɛte wonum so obi anya yare ni bia ade ukofo no ufo na nya yie
David
woni ni ko didi ala ukɔ ne ukuchia ni nsɛm wontumi nti obi a wanya yare ni bi no ɛwɔ kwan a ɛsɛ yɛni ni nya nkita ho die no fa enti wɔn mo nya yare ni bi ni die yɛni wɔn nkita ho die no ɛbɛ sakra ɛno nyɛ stigmatization ɛno yɛ caution precaution and so on ɛsoro obi anya bi na wate apɔ obi ehu si wate apɔ na ɛsi o waba fie and so on na ɛsan sɛ wanya bi danti yɛne ne nkita ho die no bɛyɛ bibi ɛwɔ hɔ ɛno so koraa no there's another difficulty na yɛmi de sɛ anɔpa yi yɛayɛ nua Dr. Kuboy wɔ studio ha okodi ni deputy minister mi hu no da and that the first time I mean who na masa kwame mi hopusa I'm hoping say ombe yesa ni aye nanfunu bi ni minister na omo ye no
Okoboy
abofro tin de yaje di kana sam yes ye nanfunu bi onya ye minister perfect no wa ye nyankopon so ofre no awon fa wo shia no kura se ni obayi no na Okoboy de ya yinua me sure say obeye ne fata ni ne hia obi ampa bibi free home masa eno say hello me ne ati say
ani bofrot ya sami say oba eja menya hand sanitizer
yeah ni bofrot no so na nya small cripsy bofrot jawo but every pass yinua Okoboy ya boda baswa ya no deputy minister of health ehumum masa se brei pa health ho dere o se ebra na ho boko no ya fo anko ya tweye jale dere no sa fo ko dwani ano no kukuru sa odi kokotre ho na ko
ebi enu so na obebi a show de won mu so
there be say ono oy fire killer nti ebi ono ba be dum ja no
twemu keke na some person can say stigmatization ho no and then for science no on COVID-19 e bibi e ho because ni enim ne nda no ade be gina asesa kwame eno na ma yare no kura ye hu chan bibia no there is no definite science ye guso yesunsu anoma yare sha se no na bi no kura wo jedie se wonya bia putoka se mo ma immunity unsan ye biem enne ni ayati ni se ya nhwe yie kura o mo anya bi deda no besan anya biem na so mo anya bi deda no besan anya biem dia ani obi a yakasa onu wanya bia wafa ne ho no wo ben na otwonso ho kakra ana akwa mu nti na meka na ntama dia na ye hu bisa eno so emwa ye in terms of avoiding stigmatization and so on masa kwame yare shase no ye ka kire nse emofra de ye fa ye ho son se wundi be 70 equity holiday e ka okra beti apo anche
asesa
peninu ana World Health Organization betu ja say hey masa wo mu kura o munya yare na o moti apo no sometimes it does permanent damage to their lungs. World Health Organization is betu ja nti say wunya yare ni bi na say ya sound yare kura wi a wan hwe yi a won fidie wunya won fin se ne ati ni bi so eno ya de da ho aye eduade ye twam ana Ashanti Region Director of Medical a friend is saying adi Ashanti figures no beto ho me kan na me kumatu because 10-year-old boy enya yare ni bi 10-year-old boy adi esen kamofra aso 10-year-old boy enya bi so ohwe mu a about 44% of the cases in Ashanti no are people below 44 years of age. So what is happening? Okwa brochira. Em se no be bosumi be mienu twemu. day old child abofra ye wo no sa da na ye wo no ye hu COVID-19 woni mu abofra na wu it is ade no so a pascal ana masa putoka se mu empanimfo no okoboy no ne ade no church wo mu kan wo brofo kese mo ka kire nse eye sa aboa na odi sa yare no ba no or the capacity to mutate as saying as it say saboa no otumi sakra nisu ane ne ban et ye ka say World Health Organization reports in there sisi ano anya one strand of COVID-19 and there are several strands. In fact, no more cancer strand in Wuhan, China, no, is different from the strand which is spreading in Europe and is different from the strand which is spreading in Africa. That's a challenge. That's a big challenge to the scientific community. Oh, let me tell you. And no sunti, your responses no ain't to me accurate. Because a Mribiano, ye diarrhea nechi, instead of be diarrhea no, ye dinachi. You also know, a scientist. American scientists be meeting on or say this is one of the most clever viruses that the world has seen. Yeah. Or say virus you pneumonia such a virus be about we are say happen. It's as a water can handle or no than no assistant to say and so on. A major problem. How come Pacho wait there?
Quick one, Obia question say a strain, not strand. Strain, yeah.
Strain, yes, sir.
Kobe made us say, yeah.
Kobe that was
or a health professional, actually.
Oh, Kobe, that's it. Now, Master Kwame.
Yeah, crazy.
Wait there. Putoka said, it blew my mind. It blew my mind completely.
Which one?
Yare Isha said, you catch and say, Sabi, Omo Muchi Tower. Muchi Tower. The likelihood of being very strong. And our recovery, well, baby, is not as good as those non-smokers and so on. Any in too. In fact, enough we bring and so on. Last week, at the end of the French scientists inquiry researcher. Almost more discovered.
Almost more tower.
Nicotine. Is good in the fight against COVID-19. Nicotine. Tawana yetwino crowd eboa. And how do you deal with this situation? Because the earlier protocol was that smokers should stop smoking. French scientists say, "Oh, smoking no crowd no to be boa because nicotine no mo eboa." Yet anya ya na so go make us smoking no so anya biem. Near confused, me who for fanfa. So this is a big problem with the disease. Now so far no Kwame yenya enoma ba ku mienu miensa bia eno no aye constant since the outbreak of the disease.
They're here.
One, the grading of measures to fight COVID-19. One, you established it. Yeah, na trigger san yeah na having but Kwame you established it. You can't say, Mammy can put a castle.
Yeah, me too.
Human mobility. What stop human mobility? It reduces, it has the capacity to reduce the spread of the disease by 45%.
So that makes you're looking at the lockdown thing, right?
Not just lockdown. Some measures are more severe than lockdown and so on. And a quarantine. And a lockdown near or maybe in one form or the other because of the science. So that is a major measure for curbing the spread of the disease. It is a bibia Ghana how a him found baby a dear as a dear kind, the science as a dear kind. Now opening the kind Kasaya or can be a no creature but met done in the kakra. No crocan say, and yet Sabio by medical science pet and a pandemic's bar educutia, and no correct. Pandemic's bar, we hear economic science, we hear political science, we hear all the sciences. Even non-science disciplines become important. Even the role of faith-based organizations. Remember how? But and I'm saying, biomedical science should take the lead. Now all the sciences should follow biomedical science or should complement biomedical science. That's what I say.
Matthias, yeah.
Oh, I'm saying. And as someone did this, and say, and in biomedical science, and they do a kind, and the other sciences. Political science, they do a kind, and economic science, they do a kind. DNA, do a kind. If it's not biological science, they are any entity, and you assemble to your baby, and so on. Now, I'm paying Yenia Chairman General Kwame.
Yes, Chrissy.
One now catch and pay say. And before the big cross, you are ready for quiet, do no a baffle. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Maybe I no more Yesuku Kwankwenu, maybe I am the empty Asamasi Papa. We didn't have a say you are no conform. You free one, you are caught two, you are caught three, you are qua go do 3,000 abroso. Now because of the you are no conform. The officer media margin in it saying. And how does I imagine mental wound a woman dream one as a day? Because of the Yarianu conform. Meanwhile, all over the world, a doctor from Penny for Kukudam, scientists a Kukudam. A chair say one more almost a being new one more areas. It is even possible, say, one more testing, and now one more effective testing. Sometimes you could test equipment and yet do. In fact, you start to see COVID-19 queen. One other phenomenon about the negative, false negative and false positives. Ni na wa dealing. Eti say yare peja could do some penso. Na be gina Ghana for dem na ka che say yare na Brasia. Asamba ni an kantra. Ta wo muye po. Yare we ko fom. Meanwhile, ye na ye kasai. Yatinia me na scientist o. Kwa media and quantum journalist here be na me. But yare ba ye na ye can kind the literature in the same way that the doctors are reading the literature. We are all reading the same literature. Ye na nim say ye ka try and say it is most likely that there will be a second wave, and that if you follow all pandemics of this nature, there's a second wave. And that the second wave is likely to be more devastating than the first wave. In fact, we have flu pandemic now. The second wave killed far more people than the first wave, and so on. Now, so if you are faced with all these facts, now say you're penny for no that guy as a Aquadiana could do no, oh, and you who yan to your boat, and then you're doing the peak. We are now coming down. So, coming down from where? From where? It's one cancer and panty na superm. No one died your more year. Masa, 3,000 and something cases enough for most South Africa.
Serious?
We should be remember in Nara Ghana to say. I'm saying to me, Doctor Mewa.
In terms of the numbers,
they
say Nigeria, Nigeria, and Ghana.
Yes.
Ghana, Nigeria in the 3,000.
Yes.
Into West Africa. South Africa is about 8,000.
Yes, yeah.
And then Nigeria, Ghana. And Cameroon is about 2,000. Ghana, the way I call it, especially in the sub-region.
In fact, me who be Ghanaian times to moi, nam person me kind. I am penny for your mokache say, Alabraka, yan to your bow and so on. Me who be man person me kind. Penny for the back. Last time I catch and say, I feel no more best started daily testing for the virus. I make a mom.
Make some starting and
was
something about yesterday.
Oh, it is already you to me daily testing now. On what basis do you come and tell us I don't know conform? Because daily testing great doing it. I didn't chassis. To see me suspect things have improved. But you couldn't pursue you. As someone bank catcher and say test kits are more a cradia bar, some rename do hano, 50,000. You understand? If you take Accra population, Accra and crime population inquire 4.5 million. Abraham and Penny Bay and the 6 broadcast to the nation. Okay, just one more testing about 60,000 people. And so we are testing now on crime hard. 60,000 out of 4.5 million. Is it an enough sample to be able to make those decisions as well? I mean, incredible. Last time me ba ha Kwame, me can be bitter or denta, ever a denta home. So Bekaya. Me ba na me catch Yenya Kwame. Say, Abufrabi ewa denta ewuye with a COVID-19 case. Na woman called the fee, Nhwehwemu said the fee a compound house. Nipa 25 and a tifio. A diable from the demo, Nipa 9 and a dasa den. For 5 days, nobody had made any contact with the house. There had been no testing, nothing. 5 days! Can you imagine what could have happened? Meka I'm out for what them had me GH. It is sad that me found my phone. And I'm texting the numbers. So,
what is sending into my production for?
Numbers of all the people are involved in this matter. Omo contact tracing, omo testing, medical officer in the place near there. We didn't know messing in Kwame. So because it's serious. 5 days. It is only for 25 years. 5 days. So beer. Do you know what harm they can do?
We are contacting people to cry.
Bakupo. Anamasa. Sesiano. Chassis na putoka se mo can be vertical and horizontal and so on. That's what they're saying. Vertical no mainly when we fear man on the buy and now we binum spread the idea no and so on. You understand? Horizontal really have it say who to me and shut down who fa kwa yare ni fi se senia nipa onya yare no se onya yare no fa all them time because ono a ontu kwan da ono a obi a watu kwan enya nkita ho die bia asuwanya bi a ono so spread. That's the most dangerous period. So horizontal transmission, no? The most dangerous period. Horizontal transmission is whereby, from what I've read, the major slum areas in Accra, I hold social distancing, they pass a dream. Social distancing is a dream and so on. It's your money now. Finally, Kwame, so mommy, finally. Yaya buy, and ye be beer then ye, and no money be yaya, me, yaya, me the pan say, yan penny for no, or more tea near ye in Ayaka. No more Fabi, no more de Yadma. A decline. Then we are Progressive People's Party. And on the two just a sunny day could ensure part their essential commodities. Nanka sebeya obiara oni sika odi betu nsuo ka na so de betu nsuo ye man nsuo free so any so mu any the campaign vigorous campaign nyame ncha de abaya ja tumu say ensem oye kan no say na abawo ma ye na beyi enti what are ye ncha dan ye ni ye there are many lapses, many factors that we have not taken into consideration and so on. But there's a policy commitment to make sure that water is accessible to people and so on. So policy commitment, the fans say, the papa. Lockdown, you buy a yard. And you now, so you bet chassis be kind, say, oh, Kebeya electricity, no? Yan tisso. And I baby or cry, you have for what do cry, no crowd, no moon, electricity free and so on. It has become a policy objective. So that is not where my concern is. It has become a policy objective. Now, these are the positive developments. When the church said, Omemuni na kabo mua ye dumasa ne beya ye ne COVID-19 be face so ye na hwe. Onem jalo. Ya ka se ye na ye njai amanyo sema ye di hye COVID-19 we no nkyere se bibi nko ye menka. Na kyerɛ paa ne sɛ obi ankyerɛ n'adwen ɛnkɔ yi abɛka ɛkɔ yi so a bɛka na yɛntoato adwen na yɛne yare ɛnko na yɛndi yare no so ɛnkunim.
Amen.
Eti ɛm sɛ holiday ɛnyɛ abanko a Progressive People's Party for yɛ adeɛ sɛ CPP for ya dear, NDC for ya dear, na I dear, say ye to dream. Na man of some ya ne ya dosu do a be or why ya ne ya dosu do. After ya COVID-19 na. Ya chumwa go do pensobia. Why na or my electric power do and why na when ya do so na why when ya do. No so far COVID-19 who say.
Kwesi ma make me messages kakra. Na o ya dru mi ti musa de neba. Wa de neba.
No so far COVID-19.
Wakasa fine. In the meantime, ECG for Samutia, Ketase for an important. Almost 2 days ni omuni kania. Kania mu omampenye say lifeline consumers free. Ya ka 50%. ECG William Boati no nkro for Ketase aburi kwanso. 2 days ni omuni kania. Omosremo. Omosrepa. Kakai Bonzi say, please talk with Pratt that there is a difference between peaking and easing. Peak is not the same as easing. Ghana is 7th. Ghana is 7th in Africa. The prof in your studio, Professor Safu, made very good points. One point I disagree with him though. Prof, is your call on pastors because he sees them as frontline workers. Kai! Tell Prof, considering the magic and cacophony of some Koliko pastors who are only famous and rich, they cannot be frontline workers.
Come here, some.
How many of them have gathered courage like Paul and Peter to go to quarantine centers to pray? Some of them are only polluting ordinary Ghanaians. O'Neill and Ponsa in Amsterdam.
It is not for them to pray. It is not about prayer.
Please tell Kwesi Pratt that to sneeze in chi is whensi, not whinti. To stumble is whinti. Whensi is sneeze. You and Kwesi don't murder the language. We hear. Kwabena in the USA says, there's a section, I have two questions for the psychologist. There's a section of Ghanaians who do not have access to any form of media, meaning the only way to educate them is via interpersonal education. How then do we educate these people without violating social distance? 2, the level of illiteracy in Ghana is one of the main factors, if not the only factor, to the stigmatization and the spread and belief also in baseless rumors. How do we overcome this factor to effectively bring the country on board? Kwabna in the US. Then I get one from Osofo. Reverend George Labi, PRO Presbyterian Church of Ghana. Kwame, what your panelist, the prof, is saying is true. You have no idea the number of people who call within the week to seek advice and counseling on their problems, including health. People have a strong belief in pastors. That is why we as pastors should conduct ourselves well so we don't lead the vulnerable into serious trouble. Reverend George Labi, PRO, Presbyterian Church, Ghana. K. Brenya says, oh, I'm my former boss, the late Kwesi Brenya. Tell Master Kwesi Pratt that peaking was based on specific context and testing. The fact that the numbers are going up does not necessarily mean it is rising. Ironic, I know. Rising in the context of what has been done so far and the daily or weekly test alongside positives. Tell Kwesi and all of us that scientific analysis is context specific. So, to use his own words, alabraka. Doc, Okoboy.
Okay.
Bremwe na baby do it.
Yeah. Me dawasi.
Yes, me das.
Abotena ya church na kakra. Na Braka Sunday Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Me take the opportunity na me mami away from my wish you very well we be all. Say
when they were tricking me.
When
they were tricking me.
What don't you say when you get office alcohol?
What they call
na me so madana si
adopted mother
who say
oyere mo so de obebere
oh brakami oni say juma we me free fie usually I was 6 1 me 2 me free fie sometimes early 11 over chinsa na sometimes in crano ye de mama me 1 hour cry na I said dey me wa jemu a me titi na ma patch o enti in fact me da ono so asi
oyere your friend say
friend Sarah
okay
Sarah
so Mrs. Sarah Okoboy
ampa Mrs. Sarah Okoboy
wonder wishio
na mada me mami first lady so asi
na kwesi twen no
brother me first lady ni chief of staff say ma ho mu ana man family answer mo ba anka one day o na me di resignation letter bro say elejokuku no wait no monsieur a edi brother me yeah population voting population 150,000 people
whoa
over the whole population is close to 500,000 so one ya ombe so ma two for abawa it's not easy nti omunso me do masipa na de American general say rakami me matenasi ahun say oba who equiping in terms of na dream and our man skills are e kan kofo bebre che bema enu de established fact through research na enye no wonder say ohia bema bia ogina oyie say bi o na dream do the principles we drew na or successful in life either say oba na so no muda no ebia ne mami anane nana ana oba odinity eboa no so you celebrate one nyina
nice
welcome so quick one ma arranging how me call about it so that you benya understand kakra but me pese make prof can be about the 3 T's about the tracing
testing and treatment
the only thing I patch I can say and yes say you can say a whole call one of the core activities area and then just say you abandon the other areas like risk communication and then hygienic protocols. In fact, all are supposed to be in one whole strategy exactly. But you can say you have an epidemic or a pandemic. By definition, it means the disease has gone ahead of the preparation of the state everywhere in the world. So America had to produce more PPEs to catch up with the numbers they are seeing and they would see in the future. If you go to France, they had to get more ventilators. Although the ratio no countries in Africa, still they were scaling up. So once you have a pandemic, the assumption is that you must rise up to reach the level of the virus. And in terms of communication too, we had to rise up. Intubation, Ashasiano, Onya Kola, COVID-19 education. But now you can call someone now, even the telcos, they are telling you, text message, COVID-19 update. So, Rakami, you always try to quickly improve your activities to catch up or go ahead of the virus. And there is still work that we are going to do to make sure, say, we always stay ahead of the virus or at par with the virus. So just to say that now, currently in Ghana, there were 3,091 cases.
3,091.
Out of 135,000 plus tests. Out of 135,000 tests, we have 3,091. The average infection rate, just a percentage of tests that were positive, is about 2%. Now, the WHO makes countries understand. Say immediately your positivity rate is above 3. It means you are not testing enough. Get the science. The more you test, the bigger the denominator. And the smaller your ratio will be if the one down is big. Say you are dividing the number of tests by the positives you have. So when you divide Ghana's 3,091 by the 135,000, you get around 2%.
Okay.
So any country you see that their how do you call it? Their ratio, infection rate, less than 3%. It means they are doing well with the testing numbers. But just look at it. Immediately, you will say a percentage positive rate 10%. It means you have a problem. It means you must test more to make the percentage drop. This is to let you know, say America have more tests than Ghana. It's true. But when you look at their positive rate, they are above 3. So although they have bigger capacity than us, per our population, any risk in terms of chance of being positive, we are also doing well. And so we say Ocean Africa, Ghana is one of the most infected minority from Ebomu. press conference. Why wouldn't it be so, Brakami? If we are aggressively chasing people who have entered our country since the virus broke out, no wonder you will get, numbers that are up. Nigeria has a population of over 340 million, Prof. More than 10 times Ghana's population. But see the irony. Our test is more than Nigeria. It means if Nigeria were testing like us, they should be doing 135 times 10, which is 1.3 million tests. But if in Ghana's test, absolute nominal numbers, it's above Nigeria. So if our case far overwhelms Nigeria, you should not be surprised at all. There is something, I can't order, they call it the tip of the iceberg principle in public health. What it tells you is that anytime you are a health manager, now your report said there are 1,000 malaria cases in Ghana. Take that number as the tip of the real cases. Draw a curve, a pyramid, and start planning for the base of the curve, which can have, let's say, 10,000 instead of the 1,000 reported cases. The reason is simple. The 1,000 is the recorded, reported numbers. But in the population, some could have been missed, never came to hospital. The same thing applies to numbers I are reported across the world with corona. Ghana's curve, because we are testing more, and per million population, we are the highest. South Africa is the only country. And it tests a dose to check Ghana in absolute number. Absolute, just say, you are 135. I say, I 200,000. But when you divide it by their population, so per million population, we are ahead of them in terms of screening our population. So the country with the highest per million is Ghana. Brown, what this means is that if you see Ghana's curve, it is more reliable than Liberia, who has 28 cases with a death rate of, normally I'll come to the death rate. Liberia death rate was true. Cases are recorded and 50. It doesn't mean that's the number of cases in Liberia. It is possible their capacity is very low.
But and then no more testing.
Excellent. So their curve can be far away from reality. Others are close to reality. Germany's curve is close to reality. In Africa, the closest to reality is Ghana, because per billion population we are testing more. And then say we shouldn't do more in terms of capacity. But just for you to appreciate why Ghana will test more. And then I was in a meeting with WHO Director General representing my boss, Honorable Kokrokoo. 6 countries were shortlisted to present their situation and how they have managed the situation. And we were chosen not by accident, because they also know of the efforts we are making in terms of testing, tracing, and some of the things I hear in Ghana. Now, Adibakwa Papa Nikan very interesting. He said, be careful not to be worried about a country with bigger numbers.
What Chechen was saying?
Sheye now who said country be numbers akosura. One anko bo hu emo mu rather, because omu numbers kama. Omu test positivity rate our form no. Omu hear well to control the situation. Because the more tests you get, the more you isolate them from the population. So I always use school now. Yahu or woman. I use it as an example. Until your school, yahu or woman. Now school authorities say close the school down. After 3 weeks, they come back and say open the school. Only for parents to realize that they've caught 10,000 snakes, killed all of them. Why do you close a school when you have 3 snakes and open it up when you have 10,000 killed? It's simple. You're going to take risk out of the school compound. So based on the risk that has been lifted out, the school can say it's now safe to take children back. And that is the little paradox of public health about lockdown and lifting lockdown. The greater the numbers, sometimes you say go back and ease restrictions, because you have isolated those risk out of the population. And what you've done is that once you are there in the process to know where to be very strict with your movements and where to allow activity to go. Brakwami.
Yes.
Mortality in Ghana, number of people who die out of those who get the cases is 0.5%.
Nipa Efrimu.
Yes, Brakwami. It's one of the lowest in the world. So? Zero. I'm coming. And it's all about education. About 10 idea. It means when 1,000 people get corona in Ghana, 5 out of 1,000 are likely to lose their lives. Obeka say every death is important. Yes, I'm a doctor. I value every death. I spend 12 hours trying to save one life because every life matters. But in studying disease bed, you look at every disease and the burden and death it comes with. So that you know how to channel your resources and how to divide your attention. So if you have a disease like COVID, so far Charles say the mortality is about 0.5%. And you have something like malaria in Ghana, which has mortality from its death about 4%.
And then you with cerebral CSM.
Yes, CSM, so the mortality was higher. Once you've learned quite a lot about the virus within this time, it starts to inform the decisions you take going forward. Now, apart from mortality, I 0.5. One thing so I encouraging what Ghana say, out of the 3,091 cases we have in Ghana, and here the total case from day one, you are the FN active cases, active cases, almost a CIA Kasai, or more corona Ghana, and yet to 3,091, and about 2,770. You have to subtract those who have died and subtract those who have recovered from what the 3,000 to get the real people now in Ghana with corona. You get it?
But yet figures now, mobile say 3,091.
Yes.
300 and something recoveries.
Yes.
18 deaths.
Good.
Intini na kaho amakudu 3,000.
Yes.
Okay. No, me di bisa say.
No, Sina, relax.
Intinu say no. 3,091 minus 18.
Yes, and minus 303.
And minus 303.
So,
and I mind the exact figure.
We call it active cases.
Active.
See, yes, this is a science.
Active cases.
Sina Pratt. If you look at if you look at the global picture, it tells you have about 3.8 million infections. You can go to the internet right now. Then it comes to active infections. Because the 3.8, so you have to come to active to know what you are dealing with right now.
So that applies to every country.
Absolutely.
And that does not mean that we should not be alarmed by the rate of infection.
Have I said so?
No.
I'm coming. Oh, my notes. I've ordered it so that I explain.
Yes, sir.
Now, out of these 2,770, only 5 are in the category of moderate to severe illness. 5 out of 2,000.
I don't know what you're saying.
Into the HN say, out of women, the majority, about 99.9%, 99.7%. The only thing is, you are testing the sample that. And I say a positive. Now, so back or yeah, it's only she and now to be covered. But 5 in Amuda hospital, I was saying, we knew what so if you may hear from if you obey your injection and ABB. This tells you, say, the disease presentation in your country, the FNO morbidity rate, I say, ours is again one of the lowest. Do you know how you get it? You get that when you chase the virus and not allow the virus to come to you. So in UK and US, don't be mistaken about me. This is one of the few examples where we are doing better than US or UK, and it is a fact. They rely on the citizen calling. Say, my temperature costs you kakra, and I'm kakra. I fit into COVID-19 description. Then ambulance comes for you. In Ghana, we are calling people. I want to Kabaha. Say, where is your house? Take their sample, and then we go and pick them from your home that we realize you are positive. Come to Cape Coast. Go more affected at Pentecost Convention for Isolation. So once you start doing that, majority of Uncrophone, they will fall severely ill because you are looking for them. But it's not 37 and alcohol. So be over one bar. Time on Sabe Canono. Now you're anywhere then. So that principle of enhanced testing, I know now I are recording up to 3,000 plus cases. A Buama, a number of illness and our deaths there. Now, obviously, you crack around saying. The number of deaths will be what? Very low or non-existent. Or we reduce spread of the disease. So the statistics is for 3 purposes. First, forgive me, but it's only statistical relevance. Once upon a time, Sefakan was positive. 2-3 weeks later, he became negative. Some people, that's their story. Is that also right?
Yeah.
So Yaya ultimately positive. Not 2 weeks, what very negative. No. For some, he would have just added to the statistics. The second purpose is for preventive purpose. We don't want you to spread it. How do you achieve that? Is to quickly go and test people, get them out. That we are trying our best as a country, and we are doing. The third one is a curative purpose. To take care of the sick so that they don't die. I think so far we are doing well. Now, my back to the friend exit strategy or behavior. Why do we want to exit Brakwami?
Can't you hear me?
Usha to say MERS, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome,
It broke out in 2012 somewhere in Saudi Arabia. A coronavirus. In fact, 50% of the nature of MERS is just like SARS-CoV-2. 50% in the lab when you study Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, which is a type of coronavirus, 50% of its statistics is exactly that of SARS-CoV-2, which is this one, not about 50%. It was in the world from 2012 up to 2015, large numbers. And they call from even up to 2020 January, they recorded 1 or 2, but largely that was the period 2012 to 2015. The total number of deaths in the world was 2,519. It recorded 866 deaths globally, 35%, way higher than COVID, as we have statistics in the world now. The point I'm making is it took some time to know about MERS. SARS 2002 nearby, the whole world we recorded about 8,000 cases. It killed 774 people, 10% fatality. Now that was 2003 to somewhere 2005. During those 2 years, the whole world didn't lock down. But you're locking down what places are, I didn't break it out. And lockdown allows you to study the virus. And 1 week is a long time in science. People are in the lab studying every day to make sure we know more about the virus. So after 8 weeks of lockdown, the world now is sufficiently prepared to know what to do to coexist with the virus. That's what I mean.
Yes, sir.
And then even phase 2 of the lockdown. The world is in phase 2. Germany is easing restrictions. UK is easing restrictions. South Korea, elections. Indonesia is going back. Why? All these countries are Makano. Death rate. Any number of cases. I was in Ghana 10 times. But they are easy restrictions. You know why? Because there is sufficient, not all knowledge, but there is sufficient knowledge of the virus to determine how you coexist. Coexist just saying, now if you start going back to life as normal, you are able to limit infections, but let the world go.
But there's a major problem with what you're saying.
See, now I'm coming.
There's a real big problem.
Later, when you ask me, I'll answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Influenza virus is a virus that causes chest problems, just like corona. In the last 8 months, influenza has killed 60,000 plus in the US. Listen carefully. Influenza.
Nipa 60,000.
60,000 have died due to influenza. Number of people who have died due to corona is 76,000 in the US. Why is it that influenza has killed 60,000, but the whole world hasn't locked down? But we locked down about on SARS. It's
some mode of transmission here are different.
The mode, they are almost similar. It's also contagious. One was not known. Nobody knew where it would peak and how it would play out. So the smartest thing every scientist tells you is that slow down and wait whilst we study about it.
And only corona. No.
Exactly. But influenza, although about 60,000 in 8 months in the US, is because scientific community knows about it. And they have an idea both of steps, any vaccines, they allow the world to go on. The same with corona. Not all is known, but sufficient knowledge has been gained to allow you to start going back, but with caution, as we are doing. Yeah, because schools are not working, are not going operating.
School, yeah.
It's because we admit that all is not known and there is some level of risk. But if US is easy and Germany with 10 times Ghana's cases is easy, if we are easy, you realize that even ours is justified than them. But this is what is also.
Are you going to follow Donald Trump on this matter? Go to the United States and see
figures and statistics, so you must take your time. Listen to what I'm saying.
But why are you not taking account of the battles in the US over easy lockdown? Donald Trump now coordinating.
I wrote a lot of.
Okay, Germany, you want Donald Trump?
Yes, I mentioned Germany.
See if America
South Korea has some level of easy. Their number of cases is worse than ours.
South Korea.
Yes, South Korea. They recorded more active cases than Ghana. But why are they going back? They are going back because they have some level of knowledge to put measures in place so that they are not. Sinapra, you can check all that I'm saying.
And also because of the level of testing that is happening in South Korea.
But I've told
you have to add
our testing is not number one in the whole world. But I've told you the whole of Africa. There is one country recognized by even
WHO. Our testing with South Korea.
I know. I don't blame you. But it's because I have compared to all our peers. Your capacity cannot be like Coma 8 weeks ago. Only 2 laboratories in the whole country had the capacity to do nucleic acid how do you call it, amplification, the effect PCR, no? Only 2. If you have such a capacity as a country, once you start comparing your testing capacity to South Korea, you are lost. So we wish we were like them. But you have to look at where you came from 8 weeks ago. And within these 8 weeks, you have increased it to 9 testing centers. We are not saying go to sleep, but you must recognize the significant efforts you have put in as a country. Now, quickly to Miss Brothers NDC press conference. Almost say, oh, should we have done the lockdown earlier? Or say, oh, should we have closed the border earlier? Your coach, now all your practice, and now most of your practice, I hear analysis of real player. Ebe didn't say team be coach. Our skills here when a game has been played already. Maybe I have Real Madrid with Barcelona. Ya ponu. Udi ya uba pisa. Ube chere say coach no sisa goalkeeper last minute. Banka wan sisa nka 2-0 scoreline. We see that game. But coach Real Madrid. Una over field now. Ube managing the ongoing situation. The point I'm making is that with the benefit of hindsight, your analysis can always look superb. Your performance, everything look like you would have been a better manager, but you have the benefit of hindsight. So, if I can lock it down before 21st, you're closing your border, we wouldn't have had cases in the country. But look at the world. We started in Ghana doing thermometer checking, Prof. Early March. At that time, not most countries were also checking temperature. Why were they checking? Because the science had taught us that fever is one of the signs I bet you was a way if you're corona. So we're doing that based on the science. Only to record some cases, especially when we quarantine people, to realize that all of them had no temperature, but 10% were positive.
Say me also be a deputy minister if you want to tribute more.
Oh, bro, was nkuse.
Oh, bro, fan opedia no shit.
I'm sorry. Bro, now, so me see, sa thermometer temperature na check wo airport no. Na your science and driving that behavior.
Okay, and
me say ebi mo nyina nkofo 1000 na ye quarantine mo no. Obi ani temperature. Obi ayare. Nanso ye de mo to hotel wo Ghana ye quarantine mo. Say na 10% e wo corona. That science no che bibi ntem say for thermometer no reliability no to ebi. Enu say enu che say jaye o. Nanso apart from enu no close the border totally because there is risk out there. Now, science na che say hey, say ebi mu ba here before we close the border no. Kokrokoo na ko hwehwe wo. Enti immigration service ukowa nkrofo nda 25,000 passengers na ye show mo address ene bi omuti obi aye chesi won eno echi madam for baby oye ejuma with one of the banks my friend me bra come my friend me no say oko my friend was say me say o say o me ba Ghana 16th of March ton ye be fa me sample later say me so me ba Ghana before close down eche friend me say me a post inti me bra e friend me say go moa bra come nipa we what na close to 2 months no o say oko system e come see protocol. I'm sure say after close to 2 months they test you are negative.
But then just say there's a likelihood also they are infecting Kokrokoo.
Good. But the good thing is say the young organ and say infectivity and yet even up to 5%. Just say me corona na me shank for her. What test so many na start out to me 1 per and 0. And no na yes some assurance say at least no although some when came before no the risk is. But the point I want to make say who can say oh utumu elianka you are only working with the Yahoo Eche, not the name that time. Now, European continent, no. There's a one to move on as well.
Yeah.
They allow only inter-Europe movement. I didn't want to move first week in March. It's because at that time, the information and knowledge we had, not sufficient. Say, move close to your borders. My child said, SARS, any mess. We are seeing SARS could cover about 8,000. We are seeing in a mess, about 2,500. When we started, nobody knew how many were going to die. Yeah. This when we saw a coronavirus, so. And who could judge your mind be say the enemy. I didn't know last week when I say you are not being fair because the knowledge keeps on increasing, and knowledge, you know, now you just should take decision. And then Papa President Kufadu or see Ghana's borders, water lands is still what closed. Why? Is the knowledge we have. So be assembled tonight, Abba. So, that is it. Obviously, it's shocking that government chooses to supply PPEs, NDC press conference, to officials of electoral commission when doctors are crying for PPEs. We say, I said, we are politicians, we want all the kakrabem.
Into so the kakrabem.
No, me from the answer question. Usha, me call Ministry of Health, Emma stores for no, printing all disbursement of PPEs to hospitals across the country. Okay. Look at the volume. I still have some in my car. As we speak, thousands of PPEs are going to every hospital, regional stores. Look, more 37 military hospital. Quantity issued: 64,000 examination gloves, face masks, goggles, gynecological gloves, Kefrazo. Ankafo Psychiatry Hospital, Ashanti Regional Medical Store, examination gloves 42,000, face mask 5,000, gown, hand sanitizer, bedside cabinet, laboratory, mechanized.
Then the church says, "San your man in do hospital a medical staff no."
When your friend is saying quantities ordered by the ministry issued.
What I'm saying is,
yes.
then the church say do.
No, I'm coming.
Then the church say, it drew what?
No, I'll explain.
Then the church say it drew what?
Yeah.
It do health workers no.
I'll explain. Very simple. You dey be call regional stores. Into Obeka say we be call regional stores no. Omo dey nam kwan so omo come omo na ndru ho. Ebi mu dey call straight to the facility like 37 dey make kind no. Say I issue I didn't just say the mo do kwan say fa come 37. Ministry of Health takes trucks straight to 37 and give it to the stores this in department and their management. But bro come me pacho PP is fa me. I said the odi aduane e kwa koma e kokrofo bi omo ye adwuma wo underground e wo mining company. If omo kase aduane no ashort here and didn't just say mo aduane. But I didn't know the corner idea here use it is consumed. Senior, okay. Let's be calm. We call them consumables. Who do command like my PP? Last week, we command PP. Almost share cases. They are going to theater. They are handling suspects. If you give them 1,000 gloves, if they tell you they need more, no, it's inadequate. It means maybe I drew 100. So across the world, every country is trying to keep the supply chain going. Just say, as they are using, you also what? Replacing. So, me pacho.
It's a consumable.
Consumable.
It's a idea so you saw to training now for another one.
Exactly.
Into 1,000 krona after a few.
Yes.
You need to replenish. Are we replenishing at SAR level? No.
Brother, Sebi, because we are replenishing at a rate at which Omu user. Oh, it's in a problem. Okay.
We are all just having a conversation.
Yeah.
Don't think that I'm disrupting. I'm not.
Yeah.
Master, the medical officers and so on say, for every single suspected case of COVID-19, 8 people have to work on it.
Yeah.
In a hospital, 8 people have to work on it.
Yeah.
They say for every single suspected case, and virtually every and anybody entering a hospital is a suspect.
Yeah.
Meboa.
Yes.
Adia no see adia send your wa kind who you so we are what to treat. If you give us these absolute numbers, the 60,000 kwaha, 50,000 kwaha, it doesn't tell us anything.
But that's the question I was asking. I don't know about
I'm coming.
So are we replenishing?
What the requirement is?
See, I get you.
And the extent to which we have met the requirement. Otherwise, what you have because you're more worth 200,000.
No,
you're more worth 50,000. It doesn't mean anything.
No matter they're even receiving it.
Exactly.
I get a comment.
Yeah.
On Monday, we collect my hospital from 6:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. to consult for 3 hours.
Hey, what else here?
Yes. Now I do these things to have a fair appreciation myself. What is happening on the ground? Timiko OPD, you know, face mask I use you, me na me call here. First hospital no meaning say through some partners, mama yama omubi. Nurses are me use on almost to share face mask. OPD na issue for your consulting room because of corona protocol. You are bunting come from a chemwa better check the share and close space. But a chain me who say nurses be a work can she polyclinic. Minya news mu say almost say I'm N95 face mask and share. Almost share antenatal for.
Okay.
Yes. Now, there were different levels of face mask. There were ordinary face mask and they didn't too many near upper me. But say multi-layer, just say 2 or 3 layers. Et me bo umban. It was a virus. Unkasa emma. And it offers some level of protection, but that level of protection cannot be compared to N95 mask. I know, especially designed to keep particles away and from entering you. And I have surgical mask. I know, and also the level also ewo nenim.
Is that me the
Oh, the ano the say cloth the na ya pam
Where is surgical?
Where N95 mask. This is an N95 mask. Oh, you show her N95 NM95 wey better protection than wey and you will be so ever wey nim now point in say every level you need some level of protection but ebi a wo ye adwuma ne level of exposure no e kire de be boa wo enti omo ye adwuma wo ga east a mo de corona cases pen edi ba wo no o di mask we ma no a wa ha no cause we all the boy who ban wo unam kanation ni makola we o di cause hospital na virus no e betina ha
okay
enti me point ni say sadness is no mo kan say Jesus ya man we and say wa hwe apim for once all hospital ya apim no obi aye suspected case anageza Ghana nyina ever so obi aye suspect say ebi am na me obi enu nche say every person over share no like my security obi hospital obi over share N95 odi sa ade no so ye adwuma time ayenya N95 ewo isolation ward e dey abo obi by na ayeden because the level at which you produce N95 and say way because we need special preparation we buy in the millions but this might come in the 100,000s and the same applies to cost. So point I mean, say, abotel. Next is no more can say, nishi. Sadness is no ya palm FDA approved face mask. But we see, ni GDA ewemu. Just say amano N95. And the point I'm making is say, Uko America, the volumes of N95. That's the point. No, see them I'm coming. The volumes of N95 or US is not the same volume as a disposable mask.
Yeah.
In fact, almost Center for Disease Control now by Kase. So mask, sir. Odi ubandana that's I say handkerchief cry ebo wenima and yeah change the odi u face and I'm cool so
that's just to deal with shortages. It's not the ideal situation.
Or say asan
yes exactly yes so the point I'm making is say be careful not to start talking about particular references when your levels of risk and what they come with one show you any Tamale Teaching Hospital next be oye juma wo antenatal make say what mama cover all me yeju onim cover all the ocean pana what share I say
PP full
and you cover all and you be all caught into an environment where the virus is actually possibly roaming the air sa tayeno o di tran lek mana tamale and you share pin for wa wan share be your problem meanwhile no me see what problem but no protection anu e din che even N95 what it tells you is say where you are determines the level of protection we give you. Although we agree say risk is everywhere. In fact, water station cry risk war anything I say unam chroma mask no. The fact is see runsa she say over peace FM risk everywhere there's risk but peace risk is not like lekma.
True.
And like lekma risk and tiseka east. In fact, the operation center opes omo muzo omo nim say na corona tie ni nyama no. Me catch omo say me do omo kwasra patients were gangster. Almost is a car no call area comunko. The point I make is that that's where we have real active cases of what people with the virus. So mepacho PP's assembly there. They see my electoral commission. Recently, me will say Kojo upon Kruma ministry. Or some journalist PPs. You know why? Because there are journalists who go with doctors to go and interview and all that.
Yeah.
And to who say be my electoral commissioner. Their politics secretary when doctors are asking for it. Drivers cry me ye mask mom. Some come the same mask me collect.
Let
me land.
Because will help the discussion we are making. Come on, earlier on me can be na Uncle Kwesi Bika. This is the issue of risk communication.
Risk
and
communication.
I said that testing it's fine. I mean, what's that? And some Uncle Kwesi me account Hanuma. We have never said that buying action or anything. No. Some of them are wonderful. I mean, almost any about Mabaso, but if you want to inquire, one say among the health workers, and I've been hearing this as well. They are also confused. Until Miami Village, Salvation Army, they came out among some PPEs.
Yeah.
But it's the level of exposure. So will be our serious condition now. You don't that overall, you know. But I'm gonna say, mayor health worker idiot, Miss me yebi, ama me yejuma.
It's true.
It's a hono and
a lot of engagement.
We need to engage the health workers. Now we're also here education about this virus and its behavior. About this virus and its behavior. Say health worker nankasa is afraid of. What do you think the ordinary person?
The ordinary person do.
See,
all right, quick one.
Quick
one. Answer. I'm about docs. No, Prof. I'm Pachoni will be a friend of William Odro.
William Odro. I'm not too sure.
You will be very sure, pa.
Okay.
I'll see Mincha no pay. I'll say my former roommate, Professor Safo Okomate, proud Okomate. I'm so US.
Okomate,
US.
In the 90s.
William Odring to switch here. But a quick one from a health worker in UK as a doc Wabim. Also, Kwame, the UK is not chasing people to test them like Ghana is doing. I'm a key worker who may have come into contact with likely corona patients, but I'd only be tested if I complain of symptoms which fits the virus. Let's not use our common sense to prefer solutions. There are clearly some people who don't want to see any good, but trust me, the Ministry of Health in Ghana and government are doing well. In the UK, we have 30,000 people who have died, and they are still communicating hope, even in the UK. Let's enforce social distancing and listen to the guidelines by health professionals. Let's not spread doom, but hope. Maxwell Enfield in UK. Dr. Kokrokoo.
In conclusion,
Mami conclude na membra muso. Prof, Orie o conclude a maba muso ane mapon. Kwesi numusio. Okoboy numusio.
Unim say, Brother,
yeah.
On managing health situations in every country. Forgive them or forgive me. Me a public health at the master's level. So yeah. I've also done some health management. If Nipa no care about mortality, number of deaths, no catch us someone somewhere abomodia. It doesn't mean say unvalue death, but unfortunately, it's like economics or mathematics. We use degree of fatality, how many are dying. We also use indicators like degree of those who are severely ill to determine how well someone send our bomb send our feeling. So you should be careful. And say, but the numbers also count. Now, Usha, US, their fatality rate now, number of deaths they have had from the test they've done is 5.0%. It means for every 1,000 people, 50 people die.
That's a lot.
In Italy, their fatality is 13.9. For every 1,139 die. In the UK, 14.8. For every 1,148 people die. In Liberia, fatality is 10.58. For every 1,105 people die. In Nigeria, fatality is 3.03. For every 1,030 people die. In Sierra Leone, fatality is 6.9. For every 1,069 people die. In Ghana, it's 0.5. For every 1,005 people die.
Inti yɛmfa ntu yɛn ho anaa yɛmfa mfa adwen.
Let me land. There are two things you pick from it.
Okay.
When the fatality is very low, it means that it is very likely you are doing more tests.
Okay.
That's why the number of tests compared to the number of tests you've done is low. That's why you look at it. The other one is that it is possible that you are getting your cases early. You are finding them early. That's why you are not losing more lives. So that is the two. I'm not coming in conclusion. When him say peak, you see you are picky. Some had an issue, but mepa ucho is all science. So any about it. When him say every year people die from malaria.
Yeah.
And so Bikacha will say, oh, malaria cases peaked last rainy season, but now it's better. It doesn't mean say you are not recording malaria cases. The peak refers to number of cases at a particular period. Should you draw a graph of the whole year? So CSM now, yenya outbreak or not? Miko Upper West, you know, they have two waves, epidemic waves. First 2-3 weeks, wave because wave just a number of cases echo above some threshold, and above form, and they had another wave. There's a number of cases per particular week. So as we speak, they're falling below epidemic levels. So it means they've had two peaks, but now things are below the line.
On CSM.
So, on CSM. Now, let me give Australia one case, and then I'll use Ghana. Australia, first time. In 2 minutes, I'm done. In 2 minutes. Australia, first corona case about on the 25th of January. Almost started recording a rise in cases per day until almost peaking somewhere around 23rd of March with 350 cases recorded per day. Now, the number of cases per day started falling to under 20 somewhere end of April. As we speak today, the last time they checked, 4th of March, they were recording 7 cases average a day. So they've told you that they've reached their peak weeks ago.
Compare with what is happening in Ghana now.
No, correct. So in Ghana, it's very simple. It's two things.
Okay.
Because of testing capacity, they were giving real time. So to make it yourself, over the last 2 days, I have 100 cases positive. And then it's 50. So I've dropped for my peak. But Ghana, because we had cases no more chain backlog. No. Our cases were covering periods we couldn't really tell.
Fantastic.
But let me land.
Me more about fantastic point. This is the point I've been wanting to make all the time.
But this is what happened. At the time they were releasing the figures, they were giving us whole figures covering periods that were not specified. So what they did is to go back, look at every result they had, and the date the sample was collected. Now that can be done, but no audit now. The dates the sample was taken and the results you can use to draw a graph, which would be like Australia's own, but yours is post-dated. And I guess who do you know? I didn't see 3-4 weeks ago, and I found out the graph now. Almost plotting number samples date with the results. Our highest number of cases we had occurred around 27th of April. And then after 27th, number of cases they are getting per day when you look at the graph has started coming down. So we picked based on from the 12 March I started cases who could check in samples now per each date for the because record record be the sample data. The prof, your data, machine.
There are so many imponderables in what you are saying. What is called imponderables?
You come in, no problem.
But you know that.
And in simple explanation, obia sample I fire data I fire. See I get results ultimate nipa ni date I fire. And then the results into I fire 12 positive on the 12. 100 people now I fire 12 March and I'm positive. I say 100 cases. Ebia 15th of March. You share now 70. Now cost to 200. Statistics not here when they did the study. So we picked based on the cases we have now. The highest point we reached was on the 27th.
My very final question, Emma and Sana area. Does it not mean because he honor deputy of minister Mamimi Sano. Nya ye broni or brofubi.
Yeah.
False sense of hope.
Okay.
Nya say you peaky on the 27th of April. You started by form. And konko ye man krofo bin kofi so you see yare ne kra in the process. Obon say sebe lifestyle ya started kwada denum.
Yeah.
Na ye benya nya mo friend is spike and a spiral.
Yeah.
And a second wave.
Yeah.
Na eno let us ya dada ye ho.
Now come who studied disease curve bia Australia the enemy kita wa ha. Omo picky somewhere 22nd of March omo record cases still average 7.5 a day. Udi added to omo total number of cases say cost through. Ebi mo free say you see what pick say na ma bimba meka 3,000
ebi ba meka ho
ubetimi akosa akodu 4,000 but still what pound pick they actually say yeah share cases are unya for every day or every week. Say still they were form now you compare period be unya be 500 in 2 days just say no na the highest mountain I reach here.
Good.
Now come Uko Australia, almost they've come from their peak. Uko UK, almost the number of cases almost a day started drop. They've come from their peak. And in Chese, almost Chese will be on Kononko the open.
Okay. And then I'm say it.
Correct. And no pay Chese say, I was saying share almost their two almost share mudin so that another wave anything. Now, Yaria yenyahu vaccine. Yaria are affecting less than 10% of the population. These are the two things. If you don't have a vaccine and you less than 10% of the population has been infected, there is always, until they find a vaccine, there is always a likelihood of a resurgence in the future. So the resurgence can be in 6 months. It can be in 5 years. But the most important is that your prayer is that it will not reoccur at a place and start having other numbers. And the whole world is doing two things: to keep it low and get it out, and to prevent another surge. We are also doing the same. Prof.
Bremianko, Yapon. And I'm going to answer, Prof.
Okay, Masa. Pacho Kwame.
I'm going to
me just see if he takes if he London by. I mean, the fundamental problem with that text, they say, is dealing with absolute numbers.
But so over can say time code here. So also many time in Amano.
Oh, Mr. So many time be brain.
Mean to me. And yes, I have a point.
ministers in panelists on at the same time.
That's a good one. Crazy.
Minister
Two legs good, 4 legs bad.
Minister
But I minister. Hey, Kokrokoo champions room. Kokrokoo champions room. Ayo. Kwesi me be second. Na say mo ha na oba Kwesi. Me say, inti yaji tum say champions Kokrokoo. Yo.
Master Pacho.
Allocate Jacob to a champion. Bravo. Allocate to a champion.
That me ka Kwesi there.
Champion.
Kwesi to asum.
Fa media chow.
Hey, deputy minister.
Master Pacho. Yeah. The text they feel London by them why who need to boy. You're just dealing with absolute figures and trade figures around. UK has so many, Ghana has so many, and so on. That's not how you do scientific calculation. UK population is saying. That's an important factor. So it comes to the point where you reduce it to per capita infection rather than absolute figures and so on. Meanwhile, no, Okacha say yema aspects in Kasa. Now Sabio yema the common sense Kasa the enjoy Kasa. Masa, check this pandemic throughout the world. And your common sense and are bringing most of the solutions that we have for this pandemic. Why? Ghana here lockdown, no, you be lifted lockdown. Scientists Nebeka say among for Nindi and so on. Ordinary people in the street were complaining about their standard of living and so on, using their common sense. You understand? And one thing Yaka say, the fight against this pandemic will be led by biomedical science, but other sciences will follow. Other sciences have been in your way, how people feel, how it affects people and so on. I know yet doctor for and yet laboratory technicians and so on. And the best idea no. Because you think that you want to insult somebody or you want to devalue somebody's contribution. You guys are the idea. Sabio tafrache. Masa yenim bibiao. But now we are reading the same material and so on. Now, Dr. Koboy, we touch more about peak, Sanya, as a threat here and so on. But Unim, so there are many things which are considered imponderables. You understand? First of all, Sapiki, your claims that you have reached a peak is dependent on the accuracy of data. You understand? So if we have not tested the accuracy of data, we cannot be sure that we have reached the peak.
You don't believe the data?
Well, first of all, I'm establishing a point. Say accuracy of data is important. If that is challenged, that's another matter. You understand? The other thing they say, Masa, and it's very, very important for me. My cultural studio, a case in which a 9-year-old child has died from COVID-19. You say at a compound house of 25 people, or the demo with 4 other people, and so on. For 5 days, there has been no test there. Under these circumstances, are you coming to tell me about picking and not picking?
No test at the house.
Yes.
Oh, but that's strange because be a wire positive. They track and test people around.
Within what period?
No, it follows. I mean, almost immediately.
I'm telling you of a case where it lasted 5 days.
Yeah,
you understand? So if you have this handicap, how can you be telling me about picking and not picking and so on, when indeed, it no be a fault. But we have not developed the capacity to do what we have to do in order to determine the rapidity of infections. You understand? And there are many cases where Dr. Kobo Bediatu, Obi Ohokra, contact tracing. You know that as a fact. Obi Ohokra, he has come into contact with somebody who has the infection. There have even been cases where people have run away from quarantine and so on. So under these circumstances, we should be careful what we say to the public about picking and not picking and so on. Because there are several imponderables in the equation. That's all the point I'm making.
Right. Kwesi,
and this is also science. What I'm saying is science.
This domestic,
scientific Kwesi practice.
This domestic natural science.
Yes, scientific Kwesi practice. domestic natural science. Also known as Effianyan science. Prof,
they're not kind. In fact, Mecca has said, I was seeing a fair balance between statistics any the accuracy kind. What is happening on the ground in terms of common sense? It is very work with figures. No, it's very easy to play with figures and do a lot of analysis, and then put it out. Oh, baby, you know, you're picky. Honestly, in a layman's balance, you're picking a number of cases are all recorded in a day. Me find say me interest here. Say Enra me record a be a 200. Okay, no answer 200. Enra 50 and then 10. Not to say me pick the peak of 3 days ago. No. Say if you say drop here apa, me who say me do me peak in 3 days ago no, maybe I say back down. Unfortunately no, me Doc, you can correct me. Whether Ghana is publishing daily recordings. And I think Ankwesi mentioned this. It's a very key issue. On recording, if you are publishing daily recordings, then we can see. In fact, it should be public knowledge. Yeah. If you go on, for example, John Hopkins tracker now, it's a recording daily. And to PK say last 27, 27, you recorded this number. Since 27 April till and then 8th May, is that right? Numbers don't say airdrop here. Na from what Doc is saying, say 27 and you pick here. But we don't know. This is not a public knowledge now. Those of us who play with statistics on this now could have just looked at the figures and say, yeah, good. It's true, say Ampa Ipiki. And it Medica say the way we are communicating about this pandemic is not the very best.
Doc, but I have just one more message. Okoboy, this one goes to you. Now, Prof, I need the final one. Okay. Or say, I couldn't agree more with Okoboy. In the not so distant past, 240 Ghanaians died out of cholera, but we did not lock down Ghana. It is because, as Dr. Okoboy said, we knew about cholera. But in the case of COVID-19, it's novel. We don't know. That's why we are partially locking down and observing safety protocols. Nana Anoami here, the second. Yes. Prof, now can be.
And two, come and say, oh, come about communication. In fear, communication of pandemics, one guy from monitors and blunters. Monitors, one guy were quite sensitive into what and some something the buttons, so you're picky. I think we should be careful. For those who are blunters, no, I don't know. Those who are sensitive will say, okay, blunt because we say, they say, I say, if you say dropping into here, one shot, no, we're losing a gap. Into your communicating about this virus, this novel virus, is extremely important. Mame, emphasize quickly and come home. I'm not very comfortable when we are comparing nations. I'm not too comfortable with, especially between sub-Saharan Africa and maybe the West, because structures are different. The safety net system is different. Hano say obi losing a juma. Many people have been fell off. Ebi losing a juma. When you go to the West, people are filing for support. Omunya.
But I have any social basket.
And you know, say communicate now. Why are very careful now? Amma because Crawford no. Only was on no. Sabi Najma say there are not bad no. But elsewhere no. You ominya Indiana Ede Bromo no didi. And the lockdown battery we got partial lockdown no. Person Crawford is subri mo fai. Now one year I proper lockdown for 7 weeks. And in Spain and other places. And I think we should again be cautious with communication. My final point, you know, come in, nipa na talk about pastors, no. Also, pastors. I like what he says. Say some pastors. Misana, sani ye ka ona ye de thousand ye juma ha. Say research actually say asem to beer somehow. One would decline and this data is from both Ghana, US, and other countries. One decline was from so forth, especially when there are existential issues involved.
Okay.
And some cases, you know, people are confused, uncertainties are high, and so for calling on people,
offering hope.
Offering hope, calling them, encouraging them. Now, I can say they are also a major source of good information. And he said, when you're into any training, they can really help. You say we have manpower crisis in health, care workers, for example.
By Andrea so for no.
To amunya eboa ema ade no.
But Max no fi UK no also ye ni mates psychology University of Ghana. Ochoni di Max keke.
Max.
Yeah.
Oh, Max.
Ebi a obema mi mo apo.
Max, but nyina na mi hu.
But Dr. Kobai made that sequence, Pratt with that say. And Pacho, it's 11:25. I gotta go, man. And yes, I have upon 12. We've far outlived our time. Kwesi Pratt, Dr. Kobai, Professor Safo have been my guests. Thank you for joining us by ear, voice, and text. Maintain our sume fidia tutu. Maintain our nama busum swejai. Esan say. Maintain our nama busum swejai. Me too, I mean for forming, I'm sure. Wishing you a good weekend and a beautiful day, and reminding you to keep your dreams and hopes alive. And also telling you that my little prayer for you is in the book of Numbers in the Bible, 6:24-26. It's my wish and my prayer for you this weekend that the Lord bless you and keep you. That the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. That the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. And when you yourself stop to say a prayer, remember to say one for me too. Have a great weekend. God willing, we're back on Monday morning. God bless. Good morning.